If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to episode number 66 of the Chelsea Career Mode here on FIFA 15. We start with a local derby. It's Chelsea versus QPR at Stamford Bridge. Obviously no love lost between the two sides over recent years. And we currently sit top of the table by a point after playing 6 and winning 6 games. Liverpool sat there a point behind us on 17. So if we could win this one, we'd not only still maintain our 100% record in the league, but we'd also have the opportunity to extend our lead to 4 points at the top of the table at this early stage, which would be absolutely fantastic. Of course, it hasn't all been plain sailing so far this year. We haven't had the best of runs in the Champions League to this point. We lost our opening game and were able to get a decent victory in the second, but things haven't been going quite our way in European competition. They're starting Franco De Santo up top here, Queen's Park Rangers. Obviously picked him up from Werder Bremen, formerly of Wigan, of course. But Ramirez slots through Oscar here in the opening few moments. But they've got a goalkeeper, Murphy, in goal. He's the guy that glitches out in career mode, or in some career modes. And he was, I can't quite remember who he was at in the My Player series, but it was at a very big club. It may even have been Chelsea, and was playing in goal. Or was it Man United? I can't quite remember, but he does glitch out and boost to like the mid-80s goalkeeping overall ratings-wise. So I was expecting a tough game against him, but we were going to get the opening goal with a nice header there from Aymeric Laporte from the corner in the 28th minute to put us 1-0 in front. Now into the second half we went before the next highlight came. Nice little back heel from Leroy Further into Traore. Franco De Santo, they actually play the ball about really nicely here. Lovely one-touch, two-touch football, and it's actually Jordan Much is the man to eventually slide the ball underneath Thibaut Courtois to make it 1-1. But literally just after they'd scored, we're going to go up the other end and try and get ourselves back in front if we can. Costa into Ramirez, loads of space for Eden Hazard to be played through into behind the defence. Good place to get away, lovely finesse finish, but an even better save from the goalkeeper, tipping that onto the post to keep us out. So we're still trying to find a goal to put ourselves back in front if we possibly can. That is the plan, of course, trying to maintain a 100% record. Lovely turn by Diego Costa, but the finish, not quite enough power on it. He toe-poked it towards that bottom corner, and again, the goalkeeper makes a good save, getting down well. Oscar in towards the middle, though, cleared away by the defender, but only as far as Ramirez. Back into Diego Costa. Again, a lovely turn and an even better finish this time. Putting his foot right through it with that left peg rather than toe-poking it, and he fires it into the back of the net to give us a 2-1 lead and a 2-1 victory after that 88th/89th minute winner. And we'll take that as 3 points, and that'll extend the lead at the top of the table to 4. And that is 7 wins from 7 in the Barclays Premier League so far. Now this is our first real proper test in the BPL so far this season. We haven't really played a side other than Tottenham in the Community Shield that is worthy of being, in and around the European spots so far this season. So I'm hoping for a decent game, but I was expecting, and we were going to get a very tough challenge. So they're starting Lucas Podolski out wide with Theo Walcott either side of Danny Welbeck. Of course, they've got Edin Dzeko on the bench to call on should they need him. He always seems to go to Arsenal, doesn't he, in every single career mode. But I'm starting, obviously, another stronger side. Ross Barkley actually playing at cam in this one. Still Robin and Hazard on either side of the wings, with Fabregas and Matic holding. Kurt Zouma, though, alongside Sergio Ramos in this one, starting ahead of Aymeric Laporte, but he missed the challenge there on Danny Welbeck, which led to them taking the opening goal after 15 minutes. It's the first time that's happened for a while. A team just completely, tearing me apart in the opening stages and finding themselves going ahead. Eden Hazard, though, has done this so many times this season, going on a brilliant run. Finds Diego Costa, another, not the best of pass actually, to Nemanja Matic, so he gets it back, trying to find a teammate again. There's Ross Barkley, nice turn on the defender. He misses his tackle, and then we smash the ball into the back of the net. So 2 defensive tackles missed and 2 goals scored, 1 at either end. That made it 1-1. Arsenal, though, were proving to be the challenge that we expected in this game. A gorgeous ball over and a brilliant volley from Danny Welbeck. Good save by Courtois. Couldn't get it out for a corner initially, and we actually got a stroke of luck as Danny Welbeck smashed it into the side netting from the rebound, and we actually picked up a goal kick there. But they get in behind again, and they're so unlucky not to get themselves a goal goal there. The initial shot was well blocked by the defender, but it fell straight to Danny Welbeck, but he couldn't react in time to put it into an empty net, and his first touch let him down. They did work out another opportunity, and Courtois made another good save, and again was able to pounce on the rebound before the opposition were able to get there for an easy finish. And then Robin went up the other end. Ian Robin racing away, a lovely turn inside from him, using his pace and his dribbling to cut inside, burst into the box, and a really impressive finish as well to make it 2-1 to Chelsea, an undeserved 2-1 to Chelsea in the first half. And actually in the second half, a mistake from the goalkeeper means that Nemanja Matic can head the ball into the back of the net to give us an even more undeserved 3-1 lead here at the Emirates. They've dominated me in this game so far. We've barely had any chances. It's all been Arsenal attack after Arsenal attack, and it's going to continue to be that for now. As you can see, a top save from Thibaut Courtois to push Edin Dzeko's shot over the top of the bar. 5 minutes to go now. Lucas Podolski with the delivery. The goalkeeper's up for it, but it doesn't go towards him. Jack Wilshere is going to bring it down though. Finds a teammate, it's Alexis Sanchez, and then Edin Dzeko with the shot, and another brilliant reaction save from Thibaut Courtois to keep them out. We get a 3-1 win from that game, but that could quite easily have been a 5-3 defeat. We were so lucky with our goals, and they were so unlucky with their chances in front of goal. So that's 8 wins from 8 so far in the BPL, but we've only really played a top team once, and we really did come unstuck. We were just extremely fortunate with the way that we were able to get the win in that last game. Now, we've already lost once in the Champions League against Saint Etienne. We were able to get a win against Red Bull Salzburg though, and now we face arguably the strongest side in the group, other than ourselves obviously, in Ep66. So it's going to be a difficult game. We're starting Robert Lewandowski up top, Robin and Griezmann this time outside on the left with Oscar at cam. Van Ginkel joins Ramirez in those holding roles this time, and I'm probably going to look to replace Van Ginkel as well as Cesc Fabregas in the January transfer window. So that's something to keep your eyes and ears peeled for when we head towards the transfer window. But for now, we're looking to take on Schalke. They've got Huntelaar at the top, Draxler on the left, Maya and Farfan fill out the other 3 attacking midfielder positions, starting a very similar formation to us. Not the best of passing for me in the middle there, and eventually Maximilian Meyer has the shot and he smashes it off the bar/post, and DeMarcos is eventually able to get it away. So Schalke starting in the same way that Arsenal did. We were just lucky that they weren't able to find the back of the net, whereas Arsenal were. Then Griezmann takes it around the goalkeeper. Pretty sure that should be a red card for Ralph Farman there. Griezmann takes it round him, and all he's going to do is slot it into an empty net once he's past the goalkeeper. How that doesn't go down as a clear goal-scoring opportunity, I don't know. He takes it round him. Literally, all he's got to do is just catch up with the ball and slot it into the empty net. The referee doesn't even give the goalkeeper a yellow card, doesn't even book him at all. Robben steps up for the penalty, and the keeper, that arguably shouldn't be on the pitch, saves the penalty, and Ralph Farman makes up for his mistake, and we stay at 0-0. I was fuming, not only that he was still on the pitch, but that he'd saved the penalty. And then a few minutes later, I was even more angry as they took a 1-0 lead. A nice header from the cross to put them 1-0 in front. Kevin Trapp just kind of stood there motionless as the ball flew into the top corner. Van Ginkel finds Ian Robin here, though. Bit of space for a shot, but well closed down by the defender. And then he set up beautifully for another volley, but unfortunately smashed it straight at keeps rather than trying to find a top corner. So into the second half we go. We worked so hard to try and get ourselves an equaliser here. Robert Lewandowski with a nice shot, but well saved again by Ralph Farman. We're being denied time and time again by the goalkeeper here in this one. Less than 15 minutes to go. Brilliant feat by Griezmann. Stands up into the middle. One thing I've noticed so far is that Robert Lewandowski isn't that strong in the air, so I'm going to have to make a mental note to try and keep it on the floor when playing it to him. But I tried to play it on the floor towards Lewandowski there, but it broke to Ramirez from the deflection, and a brilliant finish from the Brazilian. It brings us back on level terms. So can we push and get a winner? Willian breaking down the left-hand side. Nice feet from him, and then great pace. Obviously going to turn inside every time in that particular situation. Squares it across. There is Lewandowski on the floor to make it 2-1 to Chelsea, or so we thought. But it's been denied. The linesman puts his flag up. You'll see from the replay, so very close, but he was just offside. And unfortunately, we have our winning goal chalked off. So then they come up the other end with 5 minutes to go. Jefferson Farfan doing the work down the left. Good pace, good turn, great cross, and a brilliant header from Sydney Sam means that they win the game with a 2-1 scoreline. I could not believe we'd worked so hard to get ourselves back in the game. We've missed a penalty, we've had numerous chances, we scored the goal, we scored another goal and had it chalked off for offside, and then they still ended up winning the game thanks to a good header from Sydney Sam at the back post. I was livid, absolutely livid that I'd lost that, to be completely honest, and that leaves our Champions League group scenario not in the best of standing. We're third in the group. I think Saint Etienne were able to at least get a draw against Salzburg. They may even have beaten them to find themselves on 6 points. So we're on 4 still. Schalke are on 7, and I think Saint Etienne are either on 4 or 6. But as you can see, we're top of the table by 4 points still. Liverpool did win their 8th game, so the gap remains 4 points after, of course, we had the game in hand at the beginning of the episode. So it's going well so far, but we are, like I say, are yet to play many teams in the top half of the field, let alone, the best clubs in the league. We've played a lot of teams that are in the bottom half of the table to this point, so it's a little bit misleading so far, and we'll have to wait and see by the time we get to the halfway stage in the season whether we are still as dominant as we have been so far. If we are, then I will step it up to legendary for the second part of the season. But that is all for now. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, of course, as always. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days. Of course, I'll be streaming tonight over on Twitch, so follow the link in the description over there. Follow me on Twitter as well, and if you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any PC games, then feel free to check the link to g2a.com as well, and you can pick those up over there with the discount code CHES for a discount. But for now, that's all for today, or for this afternoon, of course. There'll be a Career Mode Road to Glory episode later on tonight, but thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.